That was Peaceful Revolution. That was based on a little score study I did. Now that you've heard some of the text, I think it's easier to understand that the message of all the poetry is for a peaceful day, a peaceful revolution, as it were. Are there any questions? Yes?
Can you tell us about the text and the poets?
Of Peaceful Revolution? Yes. So Don was Paul Laurence Dunbar. He was one of the first African-American poets, actually, in America. The text is an angel, essentially an angel bent down and kissed the sleeping night. That's the big message there. Dawn kind of portrayed as, or nighttime is kind of portrayed as asleep. So an angel comes by, kisses Dawn awake, and the blush is called dawn. So when we first get in on that blush chord, I try to make a crush chord, and you end up with this kind of feeling. So a lot of notes at once, but then it resolves to, then it gets a little jazzy. So that was one thing I wanted to evoke, was the crush chord. Men saw the blush and called it dawn. I tried to make this kind of rising feel of dawn, because the sun comes up at dawn. So you want to get that rising feel, wake up. The sun rises and then it immediately goes into afternoon. Like most days, we really don't pay attention to the difference between daytime and afternoon as we would when it gets dark. So there's no break. There's meant to be no break in between dawn and afternoon. The text is Emma Lazarus, afternoon, and what I wanted to do on this one was kind of picture this summer day, I guess, where you're laying there, you're just looking up at the sky, and kind of get this feel. The first words are small shapeless strips of clouds, so I kind of wanted to give this feel of etherealness, be one with the cloud and all that. So they're sailing northward in the sky, amidst the landscape, amidst rolling summits, amidst half tents. So the sky's changing colors as it does. I used disclaimer, probably, if not the tritone, the minor second is the most dissonant interval in music. And I used a major second to portray peace. And anytime the word peace is said in it's a minor second, or it's a major second. So, kind of, not the antithesis, but it's contrary to what you'd normally hear as peaceful. But I think amidst the texture, it really does a good job of saying the landscape basks in utter peace. Sort of this dreamful mood into the middle. What vague, delicious dreams and what vague, fantastic dreams is the text there. So I just kind of wanted to give this feeling of wandering, let your mind wander. You're dreaming. It's not really anything you can control anymore. There's no troublous thought, no memory, no grave regret. Again, you're at peace. Again, the major second. This time it's instead of fourth lower. The soul at peace reflects the peace. So that was kind of this ethereal feel of each part kind of mimicking each other, reflecting their own parts. Forgetting grief as sunset skies forget the morning showers. Kind of playing back to the morning, but getting ready for the nighttime. So there is a break between afternoon and night. Night is by Sir Edwin Curtin, the text is, and it's portrays night as a person, really personifies him, and I guess you could think of it as like the Sandman or something like that. He, we start off on the exact same chord we ended on, well, not really the exact, but same key. We start off on a major D flat. I hear the moving night, touch with his robes the sea. So with the sea, I wanted to kind of give this feel of kind of being rocked by the sea. Later in the piece, it's the same idea, but the word is sleep. So it's kind of, you want to be like rocked like a lullaby, or you would be rocked to sleep. step, Bright Starlight. The sopranos come in. So I really wanted to give them they're the star. Not to be, star, they're the figurative star. His walk, Eternity. I hear the night go down the earth. Music passing by. Again, another really kind of playful play off of each other with the men and the women there. Music passing by each other. They each have their own sort of musical lines passing against each other. That moves in quiet mirth. Between the earth, I tried to give the earth this kind of semi-ethereal, but kind of grounded feel to it. It's definitely not so much as the sky, which is so you finally get that triumphant resolution of the suspension. And we move on. Between the earth and the sky again, it's really triumphant, kind of here's your earth, here's your sky kind of thing. But the sky is so vast, it goes up and up and up, so where else would the sopranos go? Their line would keep moving up. As they finally reach the last chord of a B flat major chord, the sopranos move down for the key change, and the altos do. So they're just moving to the new destination of this chord, which is just it's an E6 is what we would call it, which is where the third is on the bottom of the chord. But it sounds really open. It sounds really vast, expansive, like the sky, like the night would be. So his wings unfold the winds and clouds. So in that vast and expansive chord, you have this vision of somebody spreading their wings. So big wings. His trailing cloaks drop stars. His eyes look on the world as peace. Again, we have a major second. Moving in to I hear the night go down on the wave, which again we have that playful feel of his footstep. I try to give him big footsteps, I guess. I pictured the night as a big dude. So actually the exact same chord we started out the entire piece with. This is the exact same chord as Dawn. So his shoulders in the sky's blue cave, I guess he would be, you can picture him as an Atlas. If you're into Greek mythology, you can picture him as an Atlas with wings. His fingers sowing sleep. So again, that kind of Sandman imagery, but at this point in the piece, we're winding down, we're all going to sleep. That's my piece. I can go a little bit more in depth on some of the other pieces text if you guys. Did that answer your question? Are there any other questions? Do you guys have any questions? Okay. Well, before I let you guys go, I'd really like to make some just acknowledgments. Some people that really helped me out. I'd really like to thank every singer in this choir. You guys are awesome. You guys definitely did not have to. This was a completely choice thing. They could have just been like, no, I'm not going to sing a piece, and I would have had to work with like 4 people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know each and every one of you is so talented, and you're going to go way far on it. So thank you again. Susan's not here, but I'd like to thank her. She's been like the mom of the music building. She really has. Even before any of us started going here, she started taking care of us. So thank you to her. I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Rivers. I wouldn't be here today without your help. You really have been an inspiration to me. He's always got some sort of story or quote that applies to something we're working on. I think probably the quote that stuck with me throughout everything was, and it really kind of applies in all sorts of life, not just composition, but it's, I think it was Vaughan Williams when he premiered his symphony, and he said, after it was over, he said, I don't know if I like it, but it's what I meant. I meant it. So, even if you don't like it, mean what you're doing, Dr. Childs, who isn't here either, but he really pushed me to be a conductor. I really love choir directing and just directing in general. Just, and being inspired in his class and then pushing all of us, Melanie, Carter, and Katie and I, to be student conductors and just, I don't know, it was a great leadership role, and I've learned a lot, and I love every second of it. And lastly, I'd definitely like to thank my family. I obviously wouldn't be here without you guys. Whenever I need something, you're always there for me. So Haley, Mom, Dad, George, love you guys. You guys are awesome. If there aren't any more questions, that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming.